Hey, Dan Passarelli here. How you feeling today? All right. Good turnout tonight. I love that. All right. As you can tell, I'm pretty darn excited. Well, I hope I'm exciting, but I'm pretty darn excited to talk about this brand new trading system. Well, it's pretty brand new that I developed, but it still works great. Now, before we get started, I need to point out options are not for everyone. Please read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investorservices@theocc.com. Don't trade with money you're not prepared to lose. And what we are providing today is generalized information. We can't give specific recommendations on your specific situation. All right. I would like to make sure that you can hear me and that I can see your questions and that you can find the questions box so that you can participate and get the most out of this today as possible. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, of course that would be great. So please go to the questions box and tell me, what would it mean to you if you could massively increase your win rates on your option trades? What would that mean to you? Like, really think about it. Like, deep-seated question. Larry's here. Yeah, man, Larry's here. I love that. Let's see. Steven is here. Oh, hey, what is up, Steven? Oh, that is so nice. Also, Gail. Hi, Gail. How are you? Gail says bigger profits. Yes. If you could massively increase your win rates, I think you would have bigger profits. Yes. Larry just says a lot, all caps and some exclamation points. Steven says a difference maker. Matthew says abundance. Yeah, that's actually a really good word, isn't it? Yeah, I love that. Lauren says more confidence in trading, which is so important. As a matter of fact, Glenn says build confidence. Josh says thanks for the training. My screen is locked. I'm going to try. Okay, good. You try and log into the session again. That sounds like a great plan, my friend. Great plan. All right. So I'm just going to jump right in here. We got lots of great things to talk about. Think of your usual trade size. Maybe it's a 5 lot. Maybe it's a 50 lot. Or maybe it's a 1 and 2 lot. If you knew that a trade was going to be a winner, would you trade with, that same normal trade size? Or would you trade bigger? What do you say? Bigger, of course, right? The more confidence that you have, the bigger you can trade, right? And that's how you make more money. So look here. On April 30th, 300 call credit spreads traded in UNH. 2 days later, at expiration, the person who made the trade could have locked in a $61,500 winner. Now, that is a nice 2-day profit, and it's a big trade. There's a lot of confidence in that trade. Who is making trades like this? Well, I know who it is. It's the Wall Street traders, the professionals, the guys people are always saying they're taking all my money. These are the people we love to hate. The professional traders that trade for those big institutions, right? Institutions like Goldman Sachs, who made $46.3 billion last year. How the heck is that even remotely possible? How did they make $46 billion? Jeez Louise. These institutional traders, they're the same people who made billions leading up to the 2008 financial crisis that left a lot of people out of work and at risk of losing their homes. In fact, a lot of people did lose their homes, right? Look, I'm going to tell you, let's get real here for a second. When you're in Chicago or New York and you see that, like 27-year-old little punk pull up to the valet at the steakhouse in the shiny new Ferrari or whatever it is, guess what they do for a living? Yeah, you want to guess? Yeah, I think you can guess. I can guess. And then there's the high frequency traders whose firms pay like $10 million, pocket change to build these microwave towers so that their order can get to the exchange before yours by like 3 milliseconds. Then you're left out in the cold. How can we compete? But there's one thing that is undeniable. You want to know what that is? They're smart. You don't get to that level without having figured some stuff out. Now, we still don't have to like them. Definitely don't have to trust them. We can still disparage these guys every chance we get, but they make money because they know exactly how to do it. The bad guys. Are these institutional traders our friends? Are they? Yes. Yes, actually they are. Why? Because from today forward, these traders, they're going to help us with our trading every single day on a daily basis. Imagine that for a minute, would you? There is a way to have institutional traders share the trades that they're making with us, real time. They're going to do all the work. We're going to see their trades, and we go and trade those trades right along with them. This is my promise to you, friends. I'm going to share with you a way to trade high probability trades so that you can boost your win rate and profit more on each trade, all while reducing risk. Yeah. And you'll be able to do it by actually seeing the trades that professional traders are trading real time without them even knowing. That sounds pretty great, right? Now, at the end of this training, I'm going to share with you how you can take the next step so that you can start getting these results right now. Is that a fair deal? Yes? Hey, are you hit that questions box for me, huh? Are you liking this? Hit that questions box. Give me a big old yes if this sounds pretty darn good to you. Hit that questions box for me. Oh gosh, we've got such good participation tonight. I love this. I love it. Let's see here. We have got for sure, says Larry. Delighted, says new concept. Yep. Follow him. Yep. Yes, says Josh. You bet, says Steven. Yes, says Glenn. All caps, by the way. Deal. Gail says absolutely. Craig, or excuse me, not Craig. Well, Paul says so far okay. Yeah, all right, man. Well, good. So be sure to stay until the end of the training. Okay? The most important things that I'm going to talk about, they come later. And to keep the focus, I'm going to hold all questions. If you have a question, write it down. I will get to it later. I promise. And I never break my promises. So let's keep it positive and let's have some fun. Okay? Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with me, I'm Dan Passarelli, and I traded for years down on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I wrote 2 of the most popular books on option trading. I've worked with every major options broker and options exchange in the US and abroad. And I get to be on TV a lot, which is kind of fun. These are also pictures of basically who I am and what I do. And you know what? Let's face it. These are the important things, right? Most important thing to me is my family, my kids, my wife, Kathleen, who many of you know, right? She's been part of the Market Taker family for years now. She used to be a copy editor before. Did you know that? Those of you who know Kathleen, did you know that before coming to help out with Market Taker, that she used to be a copy editor, what you might call like a proofreader, for some pretty well-known publications too? And she proofreads our articles too. She catches our mistakes. She's the person who makes authors look smart, right? Because anybody can make a mistake, right? Well, Kathleen and I also have our adult children, Sam and Isabel. One of the things we like to do together is travel. We enjoy new cities, new cultures, and nature and all that. We've been all over the world together. We're a musical family. And I'm just showing you this because these are the things that are important to me, and trading helps me be able to do them. Now, let's talk about the important person here. Let's talk about you. I know some of you are just starting out, and some are already doing pretty well, and some have been struggling for a while. Look, whatever your success level is now, you believe you can always do better, right? Right? And maybe that means having a little more freedom to take some time off and play golf, or whatever your hobby is. Or maybe taking that 3 to 5 day vacation to a dream beach home at an Airbnb with friends and family. Or maybe being able to give more time to your family members, right? Or just give more money to your family members. Put your kids or grandkids through college. Listen, those of you who know me here at Market Taker, I will never preach about how trading can get you that brand new Ferrari, right? That's not us. But what if you could learn a life skill, trading, that allowed you to be able to go and, buy like a fun Mustang or something for the weekends to joyride in on a nice summer day? All this is possible. It is. What I'm going to share with you today is exactly designed with consistency and reliability in mind. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. We're not trying to do it slow either. Don't get me wrong. Let's call this a consistent wealth building activity, right? This is about drastically increasing your win rates with high probability trades to produce consistent profits over and over again, so that you have that one part of your trading strategy that you can rely on no matter what. Because you know what? Consistency isn't guessing. It's measurable. It's using probability to increase your odds of winning and produce a positive return over and over. And in order to do that, we've got to put multiple criteria on our side on every trade. One of those things is time, right? So we've all heard the phrase time is money, but in fact, one is more valuable, right? Wouldn't you say, hit that questions box. Tell me, which is more valuable, time or money? Come on, I'll just read the first couple here. Let's be quick. What's more valuable, time or money? Iggy says time, thank you. Hazel says time. Kale says, duh, right? Yeah, it is duh, right? Like, of course it's time, right? Because you know what? You can always make more money, but you can never get your time back. And that's what I love about what we're doing here together right now. Your commitment, right? You're committed to yourself. You invested your time in yourself being here today. You took that first step. That's awesome. Warren Buffett says the best investment you can make is in yourself, right? It's true. I believe that 100%. Now, speaking of which, let's get down to option trading here, right? In option trading, time literally is money. And the reason is because options, they provide more ways of making money, and one of the most important is time decay. As time passes, options lose their value. This helps certain traders who put time decay to use. Time passing creates money. Now, that last bullet point, time passing creates money, might seem counterintuitive, but hey, you know what? I like to say, if you can't beat them, join them. Put time on your side. Instead of buying options and being at a disadvantage, a lot of traders sell them. In fact, selling options is actually more popular than buying them because it's a way to make money as time passes. Now, one thing about selling options is if I just sell an option, I could end up with a small profit potential, but much bigger risk, right? So we want to be strategic. There are two limited risk, very strategic option spreads that are at the heart of all option trading. So much that I call them the mother strategies of option trading. They are credit spreads and time spreads. If you can master these two strategies, you will have all of option trading mastered. That's because every option strategy is made up of one or both of those. It is important to get today credit spreads and time spreads. Right now, I'm going to share the inner workings of credit spreads and walk you along the path to putting them to use. So there's two types of credit spreads, call credit spreads and put credit spreads. A call credit spread is when a trader sells a call, usually at or out of the money, and then at the same time, as part of the same trade, buys a higher strike call with the same expiration on the same underlying. A put credit spread is when a trader sells a put, usually at or out of the money, and buys a lower strike put with the same expiration on the same underlying. Boom, that's everything you need to know. Everything. Now, if any of these terms are new to you, don't worry. Throughout this training, and even after this training, we're going to cover everything you need to know to trade these, both of these, basically with the skill of a professional trader. Now, an important takeaway is that because there are both call and put credit spreads, this method of trading works in both up and down markets. To be clear, these are not directional trades, not bullish or bearish trades. Basically, with a call credit spread, as long as the stock doesn't rise above a certain point, the short option strike price, the trade can make its maximum profit. So it's not bearish, it's more like not very bullish, right? With the put credit spread, as long as the stock doesn't fall below the short put strike, the trade can make its maximum profit. So a put credit spread is more like it's not bullish, it's a not bearish trade, right? These are what many traders call a line in the sand trade. As long as the stock stays on this side of the line, it wins. So let's go through an example so you can see what I mean. Let's say a trader is studying Citigroup stock and thinks that it is not likely to rise above a certain point. Maybe there's resistance at $54 a share. Well, the trader can position him or herself to make money as long as Citigroup doesn't rise above $54 a share over the next 10 days by selling the 54 calls that have 10 days to expiration, and at the same time, as part of the same trade, buying the 55 calls. So they sell these 54 calls at 49 cents, buy these 55 calls at 28 cents. So that's 49 minus 28. They collect a net credit of 21 cents. 21 cents of option premium is $21 of money. On a 10 lot, that's 210 bucks. See, this stuff adds up. As long as the stock stays below $54 a share for the next 10 days, this trader can make up to 210 bucks on this 10 lot and do so with limited risk because we're protected with the 55 call, right? So let's talk about probability now. This is a probability curve. The horizontal line is the stock price, and the vertical line is the probability of the stock being at that price. So what I have here is a bell curve. Most finance professors who love to get technical, use fancy terms, they will say that we should be using a log normal curve. So this is not technically exactly correct, but it's close enough. Now, to make it simple, here's what this shows. The middle is where the stock price currently is. The higher part of the curve here says that smaller moves are more probable than bigger moves. If we're looking at, say, a 30-day period, if the middle line is today's stock price, most of the future prices would fall here, close to where today's stock price is, but a number of them would have closing prices farther away. Now, another huge implication that this has is that finance professors assume that the stock has about a 50-50 chance of trading higher or lower. There's a slight interest rate component there, giving a small bias to the stock going up, but this is basically how finance professors think about it, 50-50. So that said, 50-50 is not good enough for me. We're going to talk about how we can change those odds more in your favor in just a minute. Now, because in this case that I was going through, the stock was at $52.61 when the trade was put on, and we sold the 54 strike calls. Well, we had a head start in making money, right? Let's go back to that professor math. If the stock is at 52.61 and there's about a 50% chance of it being lower and a 50% chance of it being higher, well, below this 50% chance, they would be winners. The other 50% of the time above, well, some of that time the trade would be a winner too. Only if it gets up far enough above the strike price at expiration does the trade lose. So this is why credit spreads are naturally high probability trades. And look, this has huge implications because first, the objective is not to do this once, to make one trade, right? It's to make these trades that have this much better chance of winning over and over and over again every day. More wins compound over time to grow your account exponentially, which is great if you have a small account and want to grow it into a big account, which you do, right? But hey, it's based on percentages, right? So it's even great if you have a big account and want to make it still bigger. If you can see yourself using a strategy like this, go ahead right now and type the word freedom in the box. If you can see yourself using a strategy like this, please go right now to the box and type in the word freedom. All right, type in the word freedom if you can see yourself using a strategy like this. Iggy typed freedom. Gail, freedom. Hazel, freedom. Jeff, freedom. Glenn, freedom. Lauren, freedom. Exclamation, many exclamations. Larry, freedom. Dirk, freedom. Stephen, freedom. Exclamation, right. Matthew, William Wallace, freedom. Yeah, man. Paul, freedom. And freedom. Great. Neil, freedom. I love it, man. You guys you're seeing it. You're seeing it. You're feeling it, right? Now, what if you only had 30 minutes to trade? There's some trading styles that would be impossible to trade with that time. I mean, you can't day trade, gamma scale, momentum trades on short time frames. Those would be impossible. But credit spreads make money as time passes. They're not urgent like momentum trades or day trades. If you see one now, you don't have to trade it this second. You might be able to trade it 5 minutes from now, 15, 30 minutes, an hour from now. It's okay. They're ideal for traders with busy schedules, or even for traders who have the time but like to spend it better, right? Now, with I talked about the win rate. With our trades, we have to talk about more than just the win rate. We need to talk about risk. Every trade is a balance of probability of success versus risk reward. So let's look at that Citigroup trade again. if a trader sold this credit spread and collected $210, held it all the way till expiration, and the stock ended up below $54, the options would expire and the $210 would be the final profit, as shown by this blue line here. If the stock rises above $54, the trade might still be a winner. The credit from selling the spread was 21 cents, so the actual break even's $54.21. Below there, the trade wins. Above there, the trade loses. And we'll talk more about losses in a second. So first, as you see here, so the stock's currently at 52.61. There's about a 50% chance of it going down, and if it does, that leads to maximum profit. Then there's about a 50% chance of it going up, and a lot of that time would be maximum profit as too, right? Up until we get to $54 a share. That's when the trade starts getting worse. So your odds of success are overwhelmingly in your favor. But I want to be very clear about something. You stand to lose more than you stand to win with these. While the maximum win is 21 cents of option premium or $210 of money on this 10 lot, maximum loss is 79 cents. We calculate the max loss by taking the difference between the two strike prices, so 55 minus 54 minus the credit. That's $1 minus 21 cents is 79 cents. In this case, the risk is more than 3 times the profit. So like I said, there's this balance between probability of success and risk reward. So we need an edge above and beyond just the probability of winning. And this is what is different about our approach to trading credit spreads. We get that edge. So the odds are overwhelmingly in your favor above and beyond the simple approach that everybody else uses on credit spreads. What if we could find a bunch of credit spreads that are high probability trades to start out with? Then we take all of them. We see which ones meet certain criteria that would make it an even higher probability of winning above and beyond the simple professor math. And then we cherry pick only the trades with the best probability versus risk reward of all that. That would be powerful, wouldn't it? Yeah. So remember those professional traders? Let's talk about this guy again, right? The professional trader. So I used to be this guy, or at least a guy like him. That was before I chose to work with you to beat guys like him. In fact, I know this sort of guy so well. I actually have a picture of him from when he was a kid. You want to see it? You want to see it? Here, wait for it. Here it goes. Yeah, there he is. That's him, right? He takes your lunch money, eats your lunch, makes you do their homework, and now they dominate the financial markets. Are they mean? Yeah, they're mean. Some of these guys, they'll just take and take. Do they cheat? I don't know. Maybe they do. But you know what? Like I said before, they are smart. You can't be a professional trader, not for very long anyway, without having figured some stuff out. Say what you will about them, and you're probably right, but they know how to make money. So, I have a question for you. What if you knew what the professional traders were doing? They'd find all the good trades. They would do all the research. They would trade them, and you would know exactly what they were doing the moment they do it without them even knowing. Well, that's kind of like having the bully do your homework for you, isn't it? Wouldn't that be great? But the one thing we know is that sometimes even the smartest people make mistakes. After the bully does our homework, we're going to proofread it to make sure it's right. This whole system is predicated on them being right. But you know what? They're not always right. You know what is, though? Methodology. Our methodology proofreads what they're doing. So we not only have trades from super smart people, but we're only taking the best of the best from them. This is what I call the genius method. After seeing what professional traders are trading, we verify the technical setup using support and resistance, that we can sell options that are only overpriced, and that there are no planned announcements that can cause the stock to lose. This is how we gain an unfair advantage. We see what the professional traders are doing right here on your own computer. We're getting all their unfair advantages. Plus, we screen them with their time-tested methodology. Take only the best of the best. This does what no computer or human alone can do. It combines algorithm technology with hands-on screening. Now, before I get into seeing how these trades that the institutions are making, how to see them, let's first take a look at what this looks like in real life. So here is a very, very simple example. So on March 27th, at 10:09 and 59 seconds in the morning, in NVIDIA, maybe you've heard of this stock, I don't know, maybe, an institutional trader sold 1,000 of the March 28th 115, 120 call credit spreads at 54 cents. So that means the trader sold short 1,000 of the September 28th 120 calls, and at the same time bought 1,000 of the September 28th. Well, they sold the 115 calls, bought the 120 calls. That is a call credit spread. Same expiration, two different strikes. Now, because the 115 calls are a lower strike, they had more premium. Thus, the trader took in a credit when the trade was made. In this case, that was 54 cents a contract. 54 cents of option premium is $54 of money. Multiply that times 1,000 contracts. Yeah. If this trader held this trade, in which in this case was the next day, he or she could have made $54,000 at that time, overnight. What if you were alerted to this trade the second it happened? Well, a small trader following along and just trading 5 contracts could have added a quick $270 to his or her account. Now, $270 might not look like a lot compared to $54,000, but imagine doing this many times over and over and over again. This is what leads to this being a wealth building activity, even and especially for smaller traders like this, right? And bigger traders, of course, you trade somewhat bigger trades. A 10 lot could have brought in $540, a 20 lot could have made $1,080. Here in MicroStrategy, on April 9th at 2:49 and 0 seconds in the afternoon of April 11th, the 230-280 put credit spread traded 984 contracts, and it traded at $5.31. So this trader sold 984 of the 280 puts, and at the same time, as part of one trade, also bought the 230 puts. Trader took in a total credit of $5.31 a contract. So this one is a put credit spread. Its advantage is that it's, remember, just not very bullish, as long as it doesn't go up too much, right? As long as the stock, as long as it doesn't go down too much, right? As long as the stock is above 280 at expiration, this trader could have made a $522,504 profit. That's a lot. Imagine you see this same trade, like literally the millisecond it happens, okay? It doesn't have to be the millisecond, but just imagine. A trader trading a 5 lot credit spread could have made $2,655. 10 lot trader could have brought in $5,310 following along. And that would have been $10,620 on a 20 lot. And like, these are not super time sensitive trades like day trading or anything. The price often doesn't change that much over short periods of time. Remember, you make money on time passing. So even if you don't see the trade right away and notice it like an hour later, like, you can still make this trade. And we get these every single day. Now I want to zoom in on the timestamp on this one. I think you find this interesting. In AFRM on March 17th at 12:09 and 5.221 seconds. So that is literally down to the millisecond. A big trader traded 902 of the March 21st 43.45 put credit spreads at 78 cents. Okay, pretty big trade, right? Then about 40 minutes later, 639 more put credit spreads traded at 75 cents. So now we're getting into some big numbers. But then about 17 seconds later, 491 more traded at 75 cents. If this trader held this to expiration, which was 4 days later in this case, and the stock stayed above $45 at expiration, he or she would have made $155,106. That's a pretty great trade, right? Small trader just trading a 5 lot could have made $390. 10 lot traders could have made $780, and on a 20 lot that would have been $1,560. So these are just a few examples to get a feel for how this works. It's pretty good, right? And I have dozens of examples of how all this works that I'm going to be sharing in greater detail in a boot camp video. Now, in just a few minutes, I'll share how you can get access to that recording. It's a half-day boot camp that you get access to. Any professional athlete, or really anyone who's ever graded anything for that matter, like, they have to get up at the butt crack of dawn, like 2 hours before everybody else, and get in their practice. And professional traders do that too. But you know what? I don't want to get up at 4 a.m. to do all my research. The one thing that I know is that the big institutional traders, they're already doing that. Why should I double up their efforts? By now, we've covered a lot, right? Would it be okay if I show you a way to take what you've learned here and make it really fast and really, really simple so that you can start getting results like these that I shared? Hit that questions box. Would it be okay if I show you a way to take advantage of what you've learned here? Yes, give me a yes. And make it really fast and make it really simple so you can start getting immediate results. Jeff says yes. Hazel says yes. Iggy says please, all caps, and what is that, 4 or 5 exclamation points. Gail says yes. Larry says okay. Steven says yes, please. New contact says yes. Gary, yes, or Glenn rather, yes, please. Paul, yes. Josh, yes. You guys are on fire, man. Awesome. Well, guess what? Credit Spread Genius, it's here. Okay. Every day going forward, you're going to get real-time alerts when traders are trading a large volume of credit spreads to open a new position, like I showed you. You are going to be the first to see these trades so that you can participate in the best trades in the market using my proprietary trade triggers to see exactly when the trade is happening real time. Then follow a simple checklist to proofread it. It's all super, extremely simple. If you're like me, you probably get a lot of messages, and some of them are important. If you didn't open up the email or text that I sent you about this training, You know, you could have missed one of the best trading opportunities that I've ever shared, right? But hey, you know what? You get some noise too. What if you could just get the most important messages only? And, you know, you skim them over on your lunch break or whatever and get all the information you need all in one place without the noise. You just see what's important, what I like to call purposeful notifications. Wouldn't that be great? Well, that is what we're talking about here. There's a lot of noise on your trading platform. We want to see just what's important. I am sharing this right now so that you can start getting the results that you deserve. Like this one here on March 17th in EXPE, a trader could have followed the institutional traders and traded just a 5 lot of the March 160, 165 put credit spreads and could have made $650 holding just 5 contracts. I mean, a 10 lot would have been $1,300. In Palantir on April 10th, a trader could have followed along, could have traded a 5 lot of the 84, 85 put credit spreads and made a couple $100 on just a 5 lot, or on a 10 lot, that's $400. In Tesla, on April 9th, the trader could have followed the trade trigger, done the April 11th, 262.5, 292.5 call credit spread, and could have actually made up to $2,355 on just a 5 lot, $4,710 on a 10 lot. So I want you to meet Chris from Mobile, Alabama. Okay, Chris is a friend of mine. He was one of the first people to use Credit Spread Genius. And what Chris said about it, he said, hey, look, as a busy professional, I like the credit spread alerts because they save me time researching trades. The nature of credit spreads also means that these alerts are not as time sensitive. I can check the alerts in between patients or at lunch and then quickly formulate a plan and execute the trade. So who is this not for? Just to be clear, this is not for people looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not that kind of strategy. This is about having a system that drives those consistent overall results that give you that confidence, knowing that you can repeat this over and over again. And this is not for people who love spending hours and hours going through thousands and thousands of charts to hopefully find a halfway decent trade. This is designed to save you time because your time is valuable, man. These trades can be made literally in a couple of minutes, not hours, because all the information, it just pops up on a browser window. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And this is also not for wishy-washy procrastinators, but that's not you. You showed up today. You invested in yourself. You know who this is for? This is for you. If you want a true edge over the market, this is for you. If you want your trading to be easier and less time consuming, do you? Yeah, you do, right? This is for you if you have a busy schedule and can't look at the market all day long. This is for you if you can follow a few simple steps and invest in yourself. I want to invite you to join us and get started using the Credit Spread Genius system right away. So what that means is that first, you're going to get the Credit Spread Genius scanner. So every day, you're going to get real-time alerts when the big institutions are trading high probability credit spreads. This simple scanner, it searches the universe of over 5,000 stocks for the setup and makes it possible to find trades that you would never, ever, ever have access to without this. This is the easy to use alert system. I took a screenshot of it. It looks just like this. You are going to be following the smart money, so you never have to second guess yourself in the market again. You're going to get password access to real-time trade triggers sent directly from the Chicago Board Options Exchange. Yeah, I have pulled some strings for you. I have negotiated a contract with the CBOE for you to get professional trade data that you cannot get from any other source. I, as a professional in this field, look, I pay for the data. And it's like $7,000 a month for professionals, but that's not the point. Until now, it's not been available to non-professionals at any price. until now. And the best part is when you sign up as yourself and non-professional, but through me, you get access to these signals because of this deal I made with the exchange on your behalf. This is powerful, and it's simple. The closest thing to what I'm sharing with you today is what you'd call an alert system. This is what one person who used Credit Spread Genius had to say. I've used other alert systems before. Mostly those are alerting naked calls or puts, mostly way out of the money and seem like a lottery ticket. I never gained any ground with those. This credit spread alert system seems different somehow. Like it tells you more of what the big dogs are thinking. So yes, what I've created is different because most of these alert systems, they don't work. Even the few credit spread scanners that are out there, they say they're high probability, but they're just doing the simple professor math. They don't have true high probability once you weigh it against the risk and reward. They don't have a true edge. So I created a true high probability trading system. It's a real edge that doesn't require constant attention either. I also developed the training to screen, set up, and manage the trades. I created something that actually works, okay? So let me ask you this. When the plumber comes by for 30 minutes to fix a busted pipe at your house, you're not paying him for his 30 minutes, really, right? You're paying him for his 30 years of experience. So I decided to save you years of time and put everything you need to know from my 30 plus years of experience into a few super short, quick, easy videos to get you up and running so that you can start using Credit Spread Genius right now. This video training course reveals the step-by-step exactly how and why the Credit Spread Genius system works, how to set up the trades, the filters and cross scans to optimize the strategy. And it even shows you how to set up the targets and how to manage the trades. Because every step is laid out for you, trading Credit Spread Genius removes the emotion from your trading, and it makes it easier to get the results that you want, that you deserve. So that means first you're going to get the trade triggers popping right up on your screen, and I'm going to give you the accelerator video course as a bonus today. Now, we know this can work for you because we're going to make sure you have all the training you need. So today you're going to get the Credit Spread Genius Boot Camp video. You're going to get a complete drill down training course on every single aspect of trading this system to maximize your chances of success. In the boot camp, I'll share how to easily confirm the technical setup to put more probability of winning on your side, how to read the options data to identify high probability credit spreads, also how to use volatility analysis and skew in your credit spread analysis, how to maximize your exits to even further boost your win rate. Does that sound good? Yeah. And how to make all this really, really simple. Look, even if you've never even traded an option before, you will understand a simple approach to spread trading, right? So that you can trade with a high probability of success right along with professional traders. So what this means is you're going to get the trade triggers, you're going to get the accelerator videos, you're going to get the Credit Spread Genius Boot Camp video. This is a $7,750 package, but I want to give you this too. This is my personal spreadsheet for monitoring all of my trades, and I just updated it. I put it into a template that now you can use too to manage all your trades, your credit spread trades, any trade. This is a $500 value, and it's yours today as part of your Credit Spread Genius trade. It's got my 30 years of experience put in there. So you're going to get the trade triggers, the accelerator videos, the boot camp, and I'm going to give you that spreadsheet to manage your trades. This bonus is designed to further keep you learning and engaged and to hold you accountable, right? This is office hours with me, Dan. The third Wednesday of every month, you'll join me online to check in, hear about the latest happenings in the market. what we're working on and to get your questions answered on specific trades that you have on or considering or questions about anything. So you're going to get the trade triggers, the accelerator videos, the boot camp, the spreadsheet, and office hours with Dan. That's a total value of $8,850. Credit Spread Genius works on all platforms. All you got to do is open up a simple browser window, and it delivers your trade triggers right there. They pop up literally to the millisecond. There is no special software. You can trade on any platform that you want to. There's nothing extra that you need except this. Look, typically, more leverage, what does it mean? It means, like, you think about it, it means more risk, right? But no, I want to look at this a different way. In this case, you're leveraging your time, right? Less work means more return, because I've done 50% of the work. It took me a year to build this, working with the smartest people in the entire options world. I've done 50% of the work, and it took me a long darn time. And the institutional traders, their trades are just going to pop up. They do all the work analyzing it. They did like 48% of the work. You do like 2% of the work, and you get to keep 100% of the profits that you earn. Buy now. You can see why Credit Spread Genius is a steal even at $8,850. Because if all this did for you was identify high probability trades to take your trading from where it is now to boosting your win rate so you can be consistent and not have those huge swings all too many traders experience, gosh, man, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? Seriously, wouldn't it? But today, this is not $8,850 today. Because you have made the investment of being here live on this training and for being literally an action taker, you deserve to be rewarded. You're better than millions of other traders out there, and I want you to have the results that you deserve. Get started today for a small, easy investment of only $597. But you have to take massive action right now by going to markettaker.com/G or CSG, Credit Spread Genius. So that's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours. That's two T's in a row. Markettaker.com/CSG. 1, 2, 3, go. Now, a lot of times I say, hey, this is limited to the first 20 people. But you know what? Actually, Bobby told me I should say that, but I don't care. I don't think that's necessary. Look, you're smart, right? I'm not going to do that. I want as many people to have this as possible. And why? Why would I give a ridiculously huge discount on this? It's admittedly for selfish reason. We found that the overwhelming majority of our traders are the ones that are successful. And they're the ones that stay with us, right? We want to build an army of successful traders. So I know that if you join Credit Spread Genius and you have this success, frankly, you're going to be with us for a long, long time. And we have this partnership of profiting together. That's my selfish reason, right? Awesome. Now, look, I was not kidding. These trades come directly from the Chicago Board Options Exchange. In fact, as soon as you go to markettaker.com/CSG, you're first taken to the CBOE subscriber agreement from the exchange. Now, again, that's because of that deal that I worked out with the exchange so that I pay for the data because, you know, it's like really, really expensive. And because you're a non-professional trader, only through me can you actually get the data. So they require everyone to complete this form first. This should be what you're seeing right now. If you're not, please go to markettaker.com/CSG right now. Also, when you complete this form and when you complete the market taker sign up form, please use the same email address for both, right? And if you're using PayPal, use the same email address for both. Otherwise, things get goofed up. Now, as a reminder, today, when you go to markettaker.com/CSG right now, which I see we've had already several people do it, excellent, because I want every single person to do it. When you go to markettaker.com/CSG right now, first you're going to get the Credit Spread Genius trade triggers. Then you're going to get the Credit Spread Genius Accelerator video course. The trade triggers, they just show up on your screen. I showed you a picture of it. I'll show it again in a minute. The accelerator videos, they're just a handful of really quick, simple little videos that you get the system down in like minutes. But then I want you to really have this mastered. So you're going to get the video of the half-day boot camp that we recorded for you. It's already recorded. A bunch of you just got access to it right now. Harold, I'm going to welcome everybody in just a second. Then I'm going to make sure that you don't miss a single step in your trading methodology, because I'm going to give you the MTM Spreadsheet Trade Tracker, so that you're going to make sure that you never miss a step, fill in all the data. You're going to check the delta. You're going to check the volatility. You're going to check the support and resistance. And then I'm going to make sure that you stay continuously learning. And I'm going to make sure that you stay continuously engaged. And I'm going to hold you accountable, because every Wednesday afternoon, you are going to attend office hours with me. Office hours with Dan. You're going to get your questions answered. I'm going to talk about trades that I'm looking for in the live market. I'm going to talk about the way that I'm managing trades. I'm going to talk about everything that you need to know to continue your success higher. Now, there's a bonus that was not on those slides, but I want you to have it. This is the MTM community chat room. It's a closed off Slack room that you are going to have access to, because you know why? In order for you to be successful, I need to put you in a community of traders that's going through the same struggles that you are. And you know what? A lot of them, they went through those struggles and now they're massively successful. And they're posting their trades live real time in the chat room. They're saying when they're getting in and why, when they're getting out and why. And you are going to have direct access to me there, to John, our head coach, and to some of our top traders in our community. Now, a lot of times people say, Dan, this is exactly what I was looking for. I could scale it to my small account. I want to grow my small account. I have a small account and I hate having a small account. I want to grow it to a big account, right? But here's the problem, Dan. I have a hard time coming up with the $597. Is there a way to finance this? And that answer, friends, is yes. You can use PayPal and PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit, so that you can lock in Credit Spread Genius today when you check out using PayPal, and just use PayPal credit. How do you do it? Same way. Just go to markettaker.com/CSG. Now, here's one more extra bonus that you're going to love. We just brought in a new member to our Trader Success team. His name is Philip. I believe he's here today with us. Philip is an expert on mindset. He is an expert on helping you find the path to success. And you today, all the folks who just joined us, I'm going to read all your names in a second. All the folks who just joined us, you are going to get a 30-minute phone call with Philip from our Trader Success team. You're going to get on the phone with him. You're going to talk about what obstacles are holding you back and how to overcome them. And together you'll develop a plan to get to the next level. This we list on our website. It's for $500. It's a $500 value. But today you're going to get the trade triggers. You're going to get the accelerator videos. You're going to get the boot camp video. You're going to get the spreadsheet trade tracker. You're going to get office hours once a month. You're going to get access to me and our top traders in the chat room. And you're going to get a 30-minute phone call with Philip from our Trader Success Team. This is a total value of $9,647. That's over 94% off that you are getting today, right now, for just $597 when you go to markettaker.com/CSG. Now, I'm going to answer your questions in just a second, but first I want to welcome some of the people who just joined us here. So first of all, a big welcome and congratulations to, hey, Glenn. Glenn joined us. Welcome, congratulations to Glenn. Welcome and congratulations to, let's see here. I've got some of these in different places here. To, who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Oh, to Shelly, welcome and congratulations to Shelly. Nice job stepping up and investing in yourselves today. That's awesome. Welcome and congratulations to Sean. Nice work. Great job. Welcome and congratulations. Welcome and congratulations to Gail. Welcome, congratulations. Welcome and congratulations to Iggy. Welcome and congratulations to Hazel. Welcome and congratulations to Jeff. You guys are killing it. You guys, you made the choice to be here. You stepped up and invested in yourselves today. And that's awesome. I love it. I love that. I love that for you. I love that for you. Welcome and congratulations to who else? Larry, who just joined us. Nice work. Welcome and congratulations. I got a couple of more. They pop up in different spots depending on whether you joined from the YouTube or from PayPal or from wherever. So let me go ahead and answer some questions. Let me go in and answer some questions that you might have. In the meantime, I'm going to answer some frequently asked questions. What if I can't install it properly? Well, there's nothing to install. All you got to do is everyone whose names I just read and the rest of the names that I'm just going to read in a couple of minutes, all the names that I just read, the people who just joined us and the people who are just about to join us, you already received an email with the username and password. You're already in. There's nothing to install. You type your password into the browser window. You click the link, it pops up the browser window, type in your username and password, and start watching the accelerator videos. And by tomorrow morning, you're going to be using Credit Spread Genius. Is this time consuming? No, that is the whole point. Many traders have a busy schedule. I have designed Credit Spread Genius so that you can literally see this system you can literally trade this system in just a few minutes per trade. Now, what if you can't figure it out? You're definitely going to be able to. We've had hundreds and hundreds of traders. Go through this program. Everybody figures it out because I made it so easy. You get both short videos in the accelerator course for reference, plus the boot camp video sharing everything you need to master credit spreads. What if I have a small account? Do you want to have a small account? Of course not, right? You want to grow it to a bigger account. What is the most important criterion to doing that? Consistency. Consistency is the most important criterion. Now, we just had a couple more people come in here. Harold, I mentioned Harold earlier. Daniel, Uh, Jeanette, welcome, congratulations. Kate, welcome, congratulations. Davis, welcome and congratulations. Elisa, welcome and congratulations. Good job stepping up and investing in yourself today. A round of applause for everybody who just did that. So you can be like Gail and Jeff and Iggy and Glenn and everybody else whose names I read, Kate, by going to markettaker.com/CSG, or you can call. We actually have Philip standing by at 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. Or you can just take your cell phone, open up the camera app, and aim it in the bottom right-hand corner at that funny-looking little square there, the green square with the circles and all that in it. That's called the QR code. That'll pull up the sign-up page right there on your phone. Now, again, use the same email. When you sign up for. Use the same email when you sign up on the CBOE page as the Market Taker page. Okay. Now, those of you who already joined, you're going to be really, really happy about this. Those of you who are about to join, you are also going to be really, really happy about this. There's another bonus that I didn't want to announce until now. You know what that bonus is? We are going to hold a special Make Your First Trade live session. You're going to have a few days to go through the videos, to go through the boot camp, to get your feet wet, maybe make a couple of trades, maybe wait. But on May 13th, we are all going to trade together live in the special Make Your First Trade session. Put that date on your calendar now. That is May 13th for the special live Make Your First Trade session. Okay, I've got some questions here in the questions box. Let me get to those. Melelios, I've seen you in our classes before. Welcome and welcome back. How often do you send out alerts? Is it every day, once every few days, or what? Well, I don't send out the alerts. You know who does send out the alerts? The CBOE. When at the literal very millisecond that a professional trader hits that button and executes a trade, that professional trader's trade goes to your window. And I'm going to bring up that window again so you can see what it looks like. It's going to pop up. It's going to look just like this. You're going to see the professional trader's trade right down to the millisecond. This happened at this military time. So 2:19 and 6.49 or 59 seconds. So they come out every single day. As many trades that professional traders are making, that's how many trades come out. So you're going to get those trades live real time. All right. And it could be anywhere between 3 to 15 trades a day. If it's a great day for trading credit spreads, you're going to see a bunch. If it's a select day for credit spreads and there's just a few good ones, you're going to see those few good ones. Great question. Brian says, thanks, Brian. Says, I just wanted to add a testimonial. I've been using this system for over a year, and it absolutely gives you a real edge. There is rarely a day that goes by that I don't have a credit spread genius trade on. It gives me a confidence in trading that I never had before. Man, thank you so much, Brian. I'm just going to say thanks, and I'll reply to all so anyone can read that. Menelios is following up on the question here also, do you have rules for exiting the trade, like a stop loss or time stop, or do you let them run all the way? No, we never let them run all the way. All that is covered in the accelerator videos and in the boot camp video. Yeah, I give you every single thing you need to trade this system from start to finish, from soup to nuts. Thetis. Hey, Thetis, how are you, my friend? Long time no talk. I know you've been in some of our sessions before. Thetis says, are we talking options verticals? Yes, we're talking options credit spreads. So yes, those are vertical spreads, the ones that you sell, vertical spreads. Yes. Dan says, oh, good question, Dan. Dan says, hey, couldn't it be that this trade was a closing position? No, I have it set up so that they are only opening positions. They're only opening positions. That's an important question, because if somebody did a debit spread and this shows up, it could be closing, but they're not. Thumbs up. All right, Thetis. Are you one of the folks who just joined us? We had a whole bunch of people just join again. Who was that? It was, not all the names are showing up here. Not all the names are showing up, so I can't see it all. Yeah, so Manelios, very good question. We don't follow every single one of the trades. We don't follow every single one of the trades. And Dan's following up here with a good question I can add. How can you identify it? I assume you're saying, how can you identify which trades to follow? So yeah, the way you do that is all shown in the accelerator videos. These are high probability trades. So most of the trades that you see are winning trades just because they're naturally high probability, right? Which is why this is a powerful system. But like I said, they're not just high probability, like all credit spreads are high probability. These are high probability credit spreads that are made from the best traders in the world, that I show you in the boot camp video how to screen, so that you're cherry picking only the best of the best of the best. So yeah. So welcome and congratulations to who just joined us here now. Michael, nice work stepping up and investing in yourself, Michael. And Larry, we saw Larry before. Yeah, some of the names aren't showing up right. I don't know. So I'm sorry if I didn't read your name and you joined. We had a lot of folks join us here today, which I'm very happy about. Look, I'm investing my time in you, right? And you're investing your time in you. Together, we can do this, right? I've done it before. I've done this with thousands and thousands of traders. So today is the day to step up and invest in yourself, just like all the folks that I read the names of before. I've got more questions. Again, if you have a question, please go to the questions box and type it in. Dan says, last one. Don't institutional traders make mistakes too? Yes, they absolutely do. So a couple of things. One is, first, we're going to proofread them, and we're going to leverage all of their knowledge and smarts and the Harvard MBAs on their research desk. We're going to leverage all that, but we're also going to proofread it by going through my methodology to screen out the best of those. And they're high probability trades, but not everyone wins, obviously. But I show you how to manage those losers to keep the losers smaller. We don't run these all the way till expiration, hit some maximum loss or something. That's not what we want to do. So I show you how to manage the minority of losing trades so that you keep your losses smaller, right? And you maximize your winners. And that's everything you need, my friends. Do I have to install special software? Nope, you do not have to install special software, not at all. Everyone, like you just got a username and password. Open the email, click the link in it. It brings up the page, type your username and password. That's it. That's all you have to do. Will this work with my trading platform? Absolutely. It doesn't change your trading platform at all. It's just a different window that pops up live real time. How many trades come through a day? I answered that. Anywhere from 2 or 3 on a slower day to 10 to 12 to 15. Ray says, wow, sounds pretty awesome. Thanks for the testimonial. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I'm glad that people got to see your experience, which I appreciate you putting that in there. Should I follow every single trade? Nope, definitely not. Some of them might be cleanup trades where somebody's closing something. I show you how to look at that in the accelerator videos and the boot camp. Some of them are what we call rolls. I show you how to look at that. Can I access it from my mobile device? Absolutely. All it is a web page. If you have Safari on your phone or Chrome or whatever, it's really easy. What if I miss a trade? No problem. They're credit spreads. If you see it an hour later, big deal. If you don't log into it today, big deal. There's more tomorrow. You're getting all the biggest trades by the brightest minds in the entire options trading universe. Like, I'm not even being like emphatic here. It is literally every single professional trader's big trades that are credit spreads. It's every one of them. You have a look into the market that you literally can't get anywhere else. It's not possible because these come from the CBOE. All these trades have to go through the CBOE's data feeds. And like somebody said, when do I send the trades? I don't send the trades. I couldn't scan the market for these. It would be impossible. Only the CBOE can do it. So like this is really, like, I hope you're aware, this is a really special thing. Okay? Like you can't get this anywhere else. How long will it take me to learn the system? You're going to go through the accelerator videos, which is just a handful of videos. So I want to say it's like 3 or 4. They're like under 10 minutes. You know, like in less than an hour, you're going to have the system down pat. I want you to have it more than just down pat. I want you to have it mastered. So then go through the boot camp video, which is probably like 3 hours, but take your time on that, you know. But I mean, you'll learn the system in like a half hour. Is the boot camp recorded? Yes, the boot camp is recorded. It's a video, so you can watch it anytime you want. Oh, if it doesn't work this is a good question. Larry, your question didn't show up. But this question did. If it doesn't work for me, how do I cancel? Am I locked into a long-term contract? Absolutely not. You're not locked into any long-term contract. Join now, invest $597. That's the second step. You invested your most valuable asset already, your time. Now you invest another $597 and you've got every single thing we talked about. That's the only investment you're going to have to make. If after the first quarter, you think, it's not for me. I made, 17 trades. I made $2,500. I wanted to do better on this $600 investment. Fair enough. I'm just talking hypothetically, first of all, but if I made a couple $1,000 on a $600 investment, I would renew this every day for the rest of my life, or every quarter for the rest of my life. Oh, which brings me to a question here. I didn't see that anybody asked me that just yet, but a logical question is, hey, what happens after the first quarter? Like, obviously, this is an incredible discount, 90 something percent off what it would be, what you would have to invest. is incredible discount. What happens after the first quarter? Well, look, just like you, hey, I invest in myself too. I watch these webinars. I don't watch trading webinars because I've been doing this long enough. If I have a question, I go to the smartest people in option trading. People at CBOE or like Steve Sears or somebody. I just call them up and say, hey, how does this work? But I do attend webinars for other things that make my life better. And when I see an incredible, discount like this, I figure, oh, it's a trial. I start out the first quarter because it's $5.97 per quarter. And then what happens after the first quarter? Oh, it probably goes full price. And, that would be fair. I mean, if you got a big enough account, at $3,000 a quarter, can you make $1,000 a month trading this? I showed you some examples. You tell me, right? But today, it's not going to be $3,000 a month. Today, when you join right now by going to markettaker.com/CSG or calling 708-381-1768, when you join right now, you lock in $5.97 a quarter. So it's $5.97 today. And then if you're making, I don't know, say you make $5,000 trading this, you're going to want to renew. You get to renew at $5.97 every quarter that you want to. You're not locked into any long-term contract. You can cancel anytime you want. In fact, in 87 days, you're going to get an email that says, hey, are you loving this? Do you want to renew? We're going to remind you. And if you don't, you cancel, no questions asked. But I can tell you right now, almost everybody renews quarter after quarter because, why do you buy a stock? To get dividends, right? If you buy a stock and you just get like massive dividends over and over again the rest of your life, that's what investing is, right? This is an investment. Some people say, oh, how much, what's it cost? It doesn't cost anything. It's an investment. If you look at it any other way, this is not for you. This is an investment. And you have to have the investor's mindset in order to make use of this. So, in that regard, it's not for everybody. Let's see, more questions. Glenn, accelerator or boot camp first? Do the accelerator videos first because those are quick and easy. You'll be done with those by, I don't know what time zone you're in, but by bedtime tonight. Then watch the boot camp in your more free time. Oh my God, you guys are asking such great questions. If you make updates and improvements to the scanner, will I get those? Yes. In fact, you won't even know. I'm looking at it every day, thinking about how I can make it better. And you know what I do? I just send an email off to the CBOE, to my friends there who program all this stuff, the geniuses. And they just say, oh, Dan, oh, you want to do it this way? Oh yeah, that'll give better results. What a great idea. And next thing you know, you log in tomorrow and you just see better trades. It's like freaking magic. Do I have to have a big account to trade these? No, of course not. If you do have a big account, you're the one who's going to be trading the 10 and 20 and 50 lots. But if you have a small account, you might be trading 1 or 2 lots. But like the important thing is you're always growing your account. If you're not growing your account, you're wasting time. Like you should stop trading. If your account is losing, you should absolutely stop trading or get a tool like this or something. Like you have to change something. If you're not making money, you're not going to magically make money. Until you change something, nothing changes, right? Like you are in control of your destiny. You are. And you can take control of your destiny by investing in Credit Spread Genius today, or you can just keep taking what you're given and stay status quo. And, if things are going great, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. If things are going bad, if it was me, I would change it. If you don't want to change it, well, keep letting them go bad. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But you invest in yourself. That's how you make changes. And I'd love to help you. Will I be at risk of being assigned? It's possible to get assigned. I have never gotten assigned on one. And in the accelerator videos in the boot camp, I talk about how to do as well as you can to avoid getting assigned. Like I said, I've never gotten assigned on one. I can't afford $597 right now. Is there another way? Yeah. Just go to marketticker.com/CSG and click on PayPal. You can finance it through PayPal. How long will this offer be available to me? It's available to you right now. It is available to you right now. If you have to ask, this probably is not for you. Right? Will other traders be able to see the same trades and act on them? Only the people whose names that I read, or people like Brian who joined, a couple of quarters ago. Only people who are signed up for this. No one else, literally in the world, is going to see these. You have a private viewing for the best traders in the world. Best trades. This is the best I can do to help you. If that's not good enough, there's nothing else I can do. I use this myself. I trade this myself. Okay. Those of you who just joined, welcome and congratulations. That is awesome. I am honored to be able to help you in investing in yourself and to help you make that next step easy for you. So great job investing in yourself, and thank you for joining us today. Now, whoever asked, who was that? There's not a name associated with it. Somebody said, how long will this offer be available to me? That is the worst question anybody's ever. I don't mean to pick on you. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not. But why would you ask that? Do you have to go ask your mom if it's okay? You're a trader. You see a good investment and you make the investment. What do you have to do? I mean, this is if you really need to think about it and sleep on it, this is probably not for you. I mean, it's a $597 investment. You're going to invest that into some of these trades. If you're really afraid to do that, especially with something like this, you have no business making any trade if this is not an attractive investment for you. I mean, that's my opinion. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll tell you how long this is going to be available to you. I am going to set the stopwatch on my phone. I'm going to take the silence off. I'm going to crank it up, and I am going to, no, wait, not stopwatch, the timer. I'm going to set the timer on my phone for 5 minutes. When this timer goes off, we're done. Ready? Starting it at 5 minutes right now. 4:49, 4:48, 4:47, 4:46, 4:45, 4:43. Okay, you've got literally 5 minutes. That's how long this offer is available to you. If you have a question, ask it right now. If you are ready, you understand the value of an investment, and you see this as a good investment, go to markettaker.com/CSG or call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. One more time, 708-381-1768, and talk to Philip. He is literally standing by waiting for your call right now. Or like I said, just pick up your cell phone, go to the camera app, aim it on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, where there's the QR code, and hold it, let it hover, and then a little yellow thing will pop up. That'll pop up the sign-up page right there. Use the same email on the Market Taker sign-up page as you do on the CBOE page, please. Otherwise, that goofs us up. When is the Make Your First Trade session? It is on May 13th. May 13th. I believe that's 3 Eastern time, I think. You're going to get an email on it. Just save that date. I think it's 3 Eastern time. Another question here. Troy, what's up, Troy? Oh yeah, my man Troy is here. I love it. Troy says, what happens if I can't execute trades within a day or two, pre-clearance issues at work? Will this still work? Yeah, there are some, and for those of you who are listening to Troy's question, there are some, how much time is left? I'm like, I can't believe somebody's asking how much time is. Don't ask how much time is left. Just go and do it. There's 2 minutes and 51 seconds, 250, 249, 248. Go, go, go. There's some people who work in like financial firms who have to get clearance, permission to make trades. It's barely anybody. If you don't know if that's you, it's not you. Only people like Troy here who work at major financial firms have to do things like that. Troy, some of the trades will, but some of them won't. Email me and I can share more details about it. Okay, Troy? Yeah. Troy says, I'll do it just for the knowledge and get a leg up on how to trade credit spreads. You're going to learn so much about trading credit spreads doing this. Yeah, I know. I'll tell you what, I've been in option trading for over 30 years. I've been a professional option trader. I was one of the biggest traders in my trading pit. I've written books on options, right? I'm not trying to toot my horn. I'm just telling you, when I created this scanner about 3 years ago, I learned a ton about trading credit spreads. I was like, wow, this professional trader is trading it like this. Oh, that's not how I would have done it. That's interesting. Why is he doing that? I learned a ton after 30 plus years in the business. I learned a ton. So yeah, this will make you an expert. Oh, hey, I like this comment. Effort plus consistency equals a future. Wow, I love that. Effort plus consistency equals a future. Yes. That, I love that. Okay. We've got scant minutes ahead. What do we got here? 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37. Come on, let's go. MarketTaker.com/CSG. Or call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. Yes, 708 is a Chicago area code. That's where option traders live in Chicago. Professionals, anyway. You can live wherever you like. And I still live in Chicago, but I can now live wherever I like because I don't have to go down to the option trading floor anymore. Okay, good. We just had 3 more folks just join us right now. You guys are awesome. Nice work. Oh, and that's it. We're done. If you are in the process of completing the online enrollment form, finish it up. Finish it up right now. I'm going to leave this page. Hold on a second. I'm going to leave this page open for just a little bit. If you got to go ask your mom and sleep on it for a week, right now is not the time for you, and that's totally cool. Hey, when I started out, I was not, I wasn't some great trader investor when I first started out either, right? So this is not for everybody. This is for people who have already developed the mindset of an investor, of a trader, and you see good investment and you're ready to invest in that. And if you can't invest in yourself, then you shouldn't be trading yet. Okay. Which again is not a bad thing. You're not there yet. You can get there. And you're going to need to get there if trading is going to be for you. And you can. So any final questions before we call it a day? Great job. This has been our biggest turnout in a long time, both attending the session here today and the folks who actually follow through and are shaking it up and making things happen in your life. So nice work. I will see you in the chat room, and I will definitely see you on May 13th. Have a great rest of your day. Trade smart.